this year, you and Eric Ethridge collaborated, creating your own version of the song TLF from Dan and Shay. How did that come to be?
Eric and I are friends. We've always wanted to do a song together, and it was just a matter of finding the right song in the right moment. We've been playing around with different song ideas, and then we heard Tequila. As soon as it was released, and Eric called me up, he's like, Leah, I think this is it. And I did. I fell in love with it, and we did it in a matter of 2 days. It just took off. It's done very well. It was a lot of fun.
This past spring, you released a new album titled The Story. That's a great title. I love it.
Thank you.
What message or emotion were you trying to get across?
Well, the story is all about living life to the fullest. Like, let's do it for the story. Let's build all these memories up and YOLO lifestyle. And that's really how I try and live. I find the older we get, the more I realize that I need to pause for a second, just appreciate every moment and be in the moment, I guess, which is really hard to do. That's kind of what the song's about, is just capturing that way of living. And it just seemed like the perfect title for the album, too.
You performed at Hoops and Hearts, Trackside, and CMT Fest, but you still perform at small venues, too, even in Uxbridge.
Yeah. Oh, it's my favorite.
So that's what you prefer, is the small?
Yeah. Obviously, I love playing big shows, but there's something special about playing in your hometown. We have the Uxbridge Music Hall there, and it's just so intimate, and it just takes me right back. That's where I did my first show ever. I did a ton of musicals in that theater. I've done a ton of my own shows, and it's just pretty cool to look out in the audience and see, oh, there's my family, or oh, there's my first grade teacher. It just, the whole community just comes in support.
What can we expect from you next?
Well, the album is out now, and we've released the first single. We're actually planning for the second single right now, and we haven't decided. It's always like such a tough decision. I've got my ideas, but we have to find and compromise. And then I'm also working on some Christmas shows, like Christmas tour as well.
One of my friends, she's trying to be an artist. She's got the right connections, but it's a struggle to get her first single, especially when you're writing. You can pour your heart out, be vulnerable, and you think it's amazing, and then you hear back. That's great for the album, but not for a single. How do you deal with the hardships?
It's always a challenge. Picking songs for the album is so tough because you write all these songs. I've got 30 to 40 songs, and then you whittle it down because, well, these days albums are even becoming less and less. And for this album, I really was focusing on songs that I knew I would play live and put in the show. So that meant that there were some ballads that didn't make it on it. Because when I'm doing a live show, I can really only play a couple slow songs. Otherwise, it's got to be up-tempo and fun and exciting. There's a bunch of songs that I love that didn't make it on that album, but maybe I'll still release them, but in a different way. So maybe it's just an online release of these other songs, because still they're beautiful and I love them. But in today's musical climate, it seems that the actual album with 20 songs doesn't exist anymore. I think still just finding ways to release more content is always good.
And now there's no rules. When I heard some artists that think about releasing a single every month up into their album, and that's almost not fair in a sense for winning big awards like Album of the Year, because everybody's familiar with the song, so they're going to get all the votes. So I think it's got to be really tough now that there's no rules too.
Yeah, it is. It's tough, but then, like you said, there are no rules. So here we go.
So there have been many artists that have come forward lately stating that females have an unfair advantage in the music industry. In fact, there hasn't been a Woman Album of the Year winner since 2004 here at the CCMAs. What are your thoughts about that?
I didn't know that. So since 2004. Well, I think definitely we're getting played less. I don't know why. I wish it was more. Obviously, the discussion has started. People are talking about it, and I feel like there's been changes made. Some stations are having a female hour. Little things like that, I think, are really great. I think for me, as an artist, what we can do is just support each other and just show that we all love each other. It's not like we're against each other. We're all for each other. And just hope that it will start to change and that it will start to even out again. It's so crazy because I think when I grew up, there were so many female artists. I looked up to, well, obviously, Shania Twain, Sheryl Crow. Sarah McLachlan was a huge influence for me. I could name on and on. So it kind of makes me a little bit sad that it isn't that way right now when I think of young girls growing up and they don't have these big icons to look up to. So I hope it changes.